Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be working on a flower arrangement. Now it's in my head. It's not necessarily going to be in a vase. It's just going to be a flower arrangement, an abundance of flowers of different colours. So we'll get started on that. It'll be a fun painting to do. And I'm going to zoom in. Again, I'm working on acrylic paper and I have it clamped down, and we just need ordinary acrylic paint, some water, some hairdryer to dry it off, and selection of brushes and a spray bottle. I don't always need the spray bottle, but you never know. And that's just ordinary water in the spray bottle. So I am just going to play around with paint on this canvas, or on this paper, beg your pardon, it's paper. So it's going to be quick and playful flower arrangement. I'm going to keep it loose. There's not going to be a lot of detail in it, and this is a great exercise for loosening up. If you're somebody who's a bit tight with their painting and you would just want to have fun and loosen up, this is a great one. Just a flower arrangement. You don't even have to put in the vase. There's lots of floral arrangements that are in an oasis, and they're just coming out from a center. Floral arrangement is just spraying out from a center. So it's going to be like I think that's kind of the approach I'm going to have to it, is that it's going to be in the middle and it's going to be coming out in different directions, the shape. So I'm putting the blue in around the edges because the flowers are going to be coming out from the center. And the blue is more my background colour, even though that may change. And now I'm going for yellow. And now let's just, as I was saying, if I go for this floral arrangement, is just coming out. I don't want it to come out from the very centre. Things are better when they're off centre. That kind of, coming from that side. And big shapes. And where the yellow mixes in with the blue, it forms a green. So I'm just getting my greens accidentally, randomly, just by throwing yellow out there, making yellow marks. So when we're thinking of this, we're thinking the flowers are in the center, possibly on a table. There's very little around them, and they're just coming towards you. And this kind of star shape really coming out from the centre. That's usually a floral arrangement that's done in an oasis, is coming out in a star shape towards you. We'll go in with our pink. At some point I'll need to put some white out, but I'm just going to go with this pink for the moment. It doesn't matter what kind of flowers these are. I don't want to be definite about what they are. we put some white down. And I'm just, with the white, kind of going through these flowers, bringing highlights out. As you see, it just got kind of dark, so I want to re-establish the light colours. More yellow. To bring this out over the edge so I can drop the marks off the page. So yeah, there's a lot of colour in there that I like. And I think at this point I need to dry it because it is a bit wet. Even though I'm using the paint, I'm not using a lot of liquid or a lot of water. I'm not using the spray bottle, but at the same time it is a little bit heavy and wet. So I'm going to dry it and be back in 2 seconds. So yeah, I'm back and it's more or less dried off. Yes, I'm having to think about this, about where to go with it. Right now I'm thinking I need something darker in the center, so I'm going to put down that very, very dark blue into my palette, a tiny bit of it, and just put some dark shapes, I suppose, into the center. As I say, I want it to be abstract, but at the same time I do want to get some depth into it, and I want it to be obvious that it is flowers. Just helping me to just get a little bit of depth into this. And maybe I would put more up here, darken it off a bit. One side. And now I'm coming back in with that pinks, deep pinks, the magenta. And I'm going to put more of that out. A very dark magenta. And I do kind of like it, even the way it is. But I want to get a little bit more detail in it, so that there's interest in the picture, that it's not all just kind of the same. And also the fact that it's radiating out from the center. This arrangement is, there is a heart to it. And a bit of white paint. And yeah, I think I just like that as it is. I don't want to do too much more because I'm actually quite happy with the colours, and it's the way I set it out to do it. And if I go too much further, I'm going to risk kind of putting too much detail into it and making it look like a specific, it could be one flower or it could be a whole load of different flowers. But yeah, don't want to get any more specific than actually the way it is, because I quite enjoy it the way it is. So that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit there just to let you see the fun. Sorry, I beg your pardon, I put my hand over it, but just to let you see how joyful that painting is. There's a lot of little details in it and a lot of colour, and it was just real fun, real free, real easy to paint. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please subscribe and share, and I'll talk to you next week. Until then, happy painting and God bless.